Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to show you how to cut, trim, or blend your hair extensions. So in my previous video, how to put in hair extensions, I've shown you the fusion technique. So this morning, I washed my hair and then I set them with hot rollers. I find that when you cut your hair dry and when you style them, it helps to see exactly what you're cutting and also how it looks right after it's being cut. So you will need a long comb to hold the hair as well as a sharp scissor. So what I'm doing right now is slide cutting. So with the slide cutting, my scissors is 7-inch long. It helps to blend the hair a lot easier than a short scissors. So as you watch the technique that I'm doing, just use it as a guideline. If you can incorporate any other technique, by all means, you're welcome to do so. But what I'm doing right now is trying to slide cut so that I'm blending the extensions with my own hair. With slide cutting, it helps to connect the old layer with the new hair that's being cut, as you can see right now. And also with the slide cutting, it slides down the hair, which means it helps not to create any steps or blunt edges. One thing that you need to remember about hair extensions, that it is strand by strand. So meaning if the ends of the hair is so heavy or blunt, it separates. It makes it look like a strand. So therefore it doesn't blend in with the rest of your hair. When you slide cutting or when you texturize the ends of the extension strand, it helps to create some layers, and with that layer it helps to blend in with your natural hair a lot easier. So the back is still a bit heavy, as you can see. I just cut the outline of the hair. So now I'm going to show you how to blend the interior of the hair. So when you cut your hair, obviously it's very hard to see the back, so it's great to use an extra mirror so that you can see what you're doing. If you can set up a 3-way mirror at home, then it's great. If not, then just use a handheld mirror just to look at the back once in a while after you have cut the hair. Again, I cannot stretch enough how important it is to cut less. Don't cut too much and it can't be redone. So therefore, please, when you cut your hair, take time, take patience to cut it properly so that you can have the best haircut at home as you can possibly can. So obviously when you cut your own hair, just like me, there will be some part that's uneven. But as long as they're not too noticeable, you can get away with it. But again, this cannot replace a hairstylist. You will always have to go to a professional hairstylist to get it properly even all over to make it perfect. So when you do at home, don't expect perfection. If you can get it perfect, then good for you, but it only is temporary. It is very important to remember that when you are doing slide cutting, you do need a very sharp cutting shear, meaning scissors. If the scissors are not sharp, you will tug and pull the hair, which will cause split ends and dryness later on. So if you're doing this technique, it is a great technique to blend the hair, but the scissors need to be extremely sharp. And by being sharp, you have to be extremely careful because I do not want you to cut yourself. So when you're doing this, please be very careful and take your time. So the great things about hair extensions is that you can have any color you want. You can have a dark color, you can have a light color, you can even have platinum blonde that your hair can never get because it would be cotton candy by the time you bleach it all out. So with my hair, as you can see, I'm very dark and it's hard for me to go light. It can go light, but my hair get really dry. So with hair extensions, I can put in any color I want. So in this particular set, I want to have some purple and, you know, blonde on the ends of the hair. So it doesn't match with the top of my hair, which is fine anyway. It looked like a balayage effect, or it just looked like a multi-color hair style. So it blends perfectly. So a lot of time, if the hair extension does not match your hair 100%, don't worry about it because it just adds more dimension and depth into the hair. Those of you who like to change your hair color a lot or just have some funky colors, rather than coloring it, which you have to bleach it out, you know, it does get very costly and it does dry out the hair. Another alternative is try color hair extensions. So just to recap on what I just did. So what I did was, as you saw at the beginning, the hair was a bit disconnected at the back. So therefore, what I did was I part the hair like this, taking it by pie sections, and I would comb it to the front. And as I comb it to the front, I started to slide cut. So by slide cutting, it gives the hair a lot more movement in the back, and it also blended with the rest of the layers. Co-hair on both sides. Then after I did that, I used the mirror to check the evenness at the back. And a lot of times, if you find that you did and cut it and then there were some blunt pieces, like for example this one right here, that can look a little blunt, like this. So for example, these two strands looks very blunt. And when it's blunt, you can see the steps and it doesn't blend with the hair. So what I do is that I go in, either I can slide cut this, but if I were to slide cut it, it may be too short. So what I use is the thinning shears, texturizing shears, and I'm just going to feather it out. So see how blunt that is? I'm just going to, on a diagonal, and then moving down, I'm just going to feather the ends of the hair. So now you can see it's less heavy. So which means that when I let it down, it doesn't have a distinctive line. So I'm going to do this to all the pieces that I see that is a bit heavy. So same thing here. See, by doing so, you won't see blunt line anymore. These two, see, there is more feathered and blended. So I'm going to check the whole haircut and see anywhere else that needs to be blended as well. So the perfect way to check is to hold the hair like this and give it a shake to see if there's any part that are still heavy. There was this one. So when you're doing this, you need to do it strand by strand. So there's a little bit of thickness here. I'm just going to soften the ends. So that's this one. So cutting the hair extension, as you can see, is very time consuming. Therefore, you have to pay a lot when you go to a hairstylist. But if you do want to do it at home, I'm showing you that it is possible. Again, I'm a perfectionist, so you are seeing that I am doing every single strand of hair on my head. I have about 120 to 150 strands of hair extension put in. So therefore, it's going to take a long time. So you will see me fast forwarding a lot of these clips so that I don't make the videos 3 hours long for you to watch. More feathered. See? So once I've done that, I'm just going to double check again to see that everything looks nice and blended. And it looks pretty good. So, see? It blends a lot better. Now I'm just gonna cross check that everything is okay. Same thing go over here. So that's how you cut the extensions. As you can see, it looks a lot more blended. Obviously, you have to wear it and wash it and style it after a few weeks for it to start to expand and start to fluff up like natural hair. Right now it's very straight and silky compared to my own hair, so therefore it doesn't look as natural. But as you wear them, it will blend in with your hair beautifully. And that's how you trim your hair extension at home. So it's very straightforward. Slide cutting is a great technique to blend the extensions, as well as if you find that you can't blend it with the scissors, you can definitely blend it with the texturizing shears to help make it a lot more, you know, wispy, so that it doesn't show as much of your hair being disconnected. So that's how I will keep you updated in a week or so to see how it looks. but that's how my hair is with the hair extensions. So once again, I hope that this video was helpful for you. Please subscribe to my channel, like this video, and help me raise awareness against child sex slavery and human trafficking. If you have any questions, feel free to leave me a comment below and I'll try my best to answer them for you. Until next time, bye everyone!